If you ever wanted to go back in time to the 1800s, back to the wild and woolly West, man, have we got a place for you. Fort Rock, tucked away in the Ozark National Forest off Highway 23 near Combs. If you want to do tomahawk throwing, trail riding, and everything else in between, then this is the place. It's also where the winners of our first family outing spent a few days. Lana and Ed McLean of Sherwood were the lucky winners of our very first Exploring Arkansas outing, which took place at Fort Rock Family Camp in the Ozark National Forest. Y'all been having a great time here, I understand.
We have. We've had a really good time.
You got here the night before we did.
Yeah, we come up Thursday night and been here, and the kids have had a great time. I mean, they just love it.
Yeah, your two granddaughters.
Two granddaughters, yeah, Caitlin and Allison. And yesterday we zip lined and shot rifles and archery and threw tomahawks and
all that good stuff.
All the stuff, yeah. So it's
new experiences for most of us. He's done some of that, but as
I've
girls,
done a lot of hunting, fishing, but but just getting them, you know, they're away from television and all that stuff, and they've had a lot of fun.
Made good friends. I mean, some of the kids have been so nice, and I just feel so comfortable because they're my grandchildren, so I kind of feel like I need to, watch over them a little more. But we just let them run. I mean, half the time I don't know where they are. All the kids have been out here running and having a good time. And I mean, they actually got weighted in this trough behind us yesterday. The kids were inside this thing. So it's been nice. It's very, very family oriented.
Yeah.
How was it ziplining?
Ziplining was good. You couldn't get her up there, but everybody else
almost did it.
I got 3 steps from the top and couldn't do it. I couldn't make that step over the top.
But the kids did it 3 times.
Yeah.
They went down
both
3
the girls,
times.
Yeah.
That's good.
I know. They're after me. They told me to say a prayer every step, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm happy at the bottom.
But the trail riding is pretty.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, we haven't done that yet.
We're going to be doing that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, just a little bit.
No, I will do that. That's
yeah.
Shotguns. I mean, we shot rifles and did a lot of fun things.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised they let the kids, as young as they are, shoot 22s, but it was well supervised, and they loved it.
Take care of the bows and arrows.
And they're very good before you do any event to tell the kids the dangers of the event.
Safety, go over.
And all the safety and what you need to do, and everybody has to stand back behind us, a certain spot. You can't be up there with the people shooting or shooting a bow and arrow even. They make everybody stay behind a certain line. So they're real careful about that as well. So that's been nice. Yeah, and if you point the gun in the wrong direction, your rifle time is over and you don't get to come back for the rifle. So you made that very clear.
That's right.
Well, I'm looking forward to the tomahawk throwing, especially.
It's not easy.
You got to throw it.
See, we just waited till we had the camera back there, huh? Yeah.
Not as easy as it looks.
No, a little bit heavier.
There.
Of course, what's a Wild West outing without a little shoot 'em up? As it turned out, one of the McLean's granddaughters was a natural at this.
Oh.
You're a little Annie Oakley. You know who Annie Oakley is?
No.
No? You never read about Annie Oakley in American history? Well, she was a sharpshooter, just like I understand you are. First time at the rifle range, and you shot not just the can, but what? You shot the wire that held the can? That's the kind of shooting Annie Oakley did. How'd you feel about that when you did that?
Excited.
Yeah? Another exciting activity was the zip line. Having fun as a family unit is what it's all about here.
Horseback riding, shooting bow and arrows, gun shooting.
Tomahawk.
What about Tomahawk? Yeah, can't forget Tomahawk now.
Did you like the zip line?
Yes.
Finley, what about you?
I like the zip lining and the horseback riding and gun shooting.
Was that your first time shooting a 22?
Yes.
It's a pretty good shot, too.
What about Mom and Dad?
All the kids.
What do you like about this place?
Playing with my friends.
Yeah?
The kids met a lot of fun kids to play with, and we got to have a lot of time in the beautiful Ozarks, and a little horseback riding and a little bow and arrow shooting. Just had a lot of quality family time.
And I haven't had to cook or do anything but relax.
There you
Do
go.
some fun stuff. It's been excellent.
And Grayson taught me how to shoot a bow and arrow.
Exactly how Fort Rock came about is quite the story in itself.
The Lord laid a burden on my heart some 12 years ago for families, and my heart has been that here in America that we're too busy, that the families are fragmented, they're too busy, and basically dads don't get to spend enough time with their families. And then when they do, there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of electronic gadgets, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of texting and things. We get kids that come up here and they just twitch like this all the time. And so what I thought was that if we could move up here in the Ozark Mountains and build a getaway, and if we could style it in the 1800s, then you wouldn't have to have electronics. And so we don't have TVs, telephones, none of that kind of stuff. We ask you to leave that stuff at home when you come. And so when you get here, you can just have a relaxing time that you just have to spend time with your family. And man, they get here on Thursday nights or Friday nights, and by Sunday, a lot of them don't want to go home. And then they've actually, their twitching's gone away and stuff. I mean, they're healed almost, you know. So it's amazing. So that happened, that burden was put on my heart about 12 years ago, and we moved up here in October 2002 and to start the camp. We actually started construction the spring of 2003, and we just started from scratch and started building one building at a time, and the Lord's provided all the funds and a lot of help. He's brought people from all around Arkansas and all around the country actually to help us build this place, and now it's become a reality. This is our 4th season of being open, and we do camps we don't do anything in January and February. It's pretty cold, and a lot of folks don't like to come out, you know, when it's that cold. But the rest of the time we have family camp weekends. We offer marriage retreats, and we also have father-son outings, father-daughter outings, and just family-oriented things, you know, family-oriented gatherings. So that's why we're here.
So what made you, I'm going to ask you a question, what made you decide to do with a family and pick a family to do this?
Well, we all the time I get people, you know, just like Ed was saying, I wish I had your job, you know, I wish
Yeah.
and so and this is just the first of, so you're very fortunate to be the first family, because we're going to try to do this for every season, you know, and have people, viewers that watch the show to come out and explore with us.
Yeah, well, good,
Yeah.
good. That's a good idea.
Well, maybe we'll win next time too.
Here at the Ozark Folk Center in Mountain View, you can get a pretty good experience of how life was in early America. And along with that is shape note singing, or sacred harp singing. Let's take a listen.
shape note singing is basically giving a name to each step of the scale you're going to sing. The most common way someone might have heard of it, say, particularly from the movie Sound of Music, is do, a deer, female deer, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That's one variation. There's another that just uses 4 syllables, fa, sol, la, mi, fa. Naming the syllables began in the 11th century with one Guido of Arezzo in Italy, and there's a story about how that happened, but from that time musicians were able to identify steps on the scale by name. The business of adding the shape, that is to say, do has a certain shape and re has a certain shape, it's like the bottom half of a circle, that was colonial America. There are variants. Some shape systems look differently. Again, there's a 4 shape, fa, sol, la, fa, sol, la, mi, fa. But essentially, it's the business of first giving the steps on the scale a name, and second, giving it a shape that you can recognize. The advantage to that is that a congregation, or even a leader of a congregation, can learn to recognize tones without a lot of formal training. You've got that kind of supplement. And so the result of it is, with just a little bit of teaching, a little bit of practice, you could have, and this was really important in the American frontier era, you could have relatively untrained people singing some pretty sophisticated music, actually versions of fugues, not as elaborate as Bach would have written, but fugues nonetheless, and singing in major mode and minor mode, and they knew exactly what they were doing, and they could raise the roof, or if they happened to be in an arbor, they could just blow that away with the sound that they would make with almost no training.
The term sacred harp refers to the human voice, that is, the musical instrument we were given at birth. Shape note gatherings or singings are designed to keep alive the various shape note traditions with this early American art form.
Largely a southern phenomenon, sort of planting itself as the frontier moved westward. You know, from the Carolinas to Texas, sort of been the home area. But, and there were variants, a little different here, a little different there. And there would be a singing that on the 3rd Saturday of July every year at certain church, everybody from all churches would come, and we're going to sing out of one or another of the old shape note books. This took root, as I say, in the frontier era. Would have continued just like that forever, but in the last 25 or more years, there was quite a sort of an evangelistic effort in which some key people began traveling wherever they could get a group interested. Cities in the north, cities in the east, cities on the west coast, wherever. The result of that is, over the past 25 years, you could go to a shape note singing in San Francisco or Seattle or Chicago or New York or Boston, besides all the places across the South where you would expect to find it, Atlanta, Birmingham. There's a national convention every year in Birmingham. You could even cross the pond and go to the United Kingdom Sacred Harp or Shape Note Singing Convention. I forget how it's styled. Poland.
Sinners take their course and choose the road to death. But in the worship, when my God has been
the importance of shape note singing is exactly how it makes you feel. Part of the tradition is to sing with a certain amount of abandon. You know, they really don't do subtlety. Just sing. That plus kind of the way the harmonies are shaped, it's a little different, the way the voice parts are arranged. The total of it is a sound that is quite unlike any other choral music. And the test is pretty much if the hair is standing up on the back of your neck, you got it right. It's hard to verbalize how it sounds. There's a how it feels. And, you know, trained choral music, that's wonderful. The people who have that training can do all those wonderful things. But there is an energy and I think a measure of heart to this that is just organic. And you know it when you hear it.
Day of judgment, day of wonders, hark the trumpets sound, 1,000 thunders shakes the vast creation round. Imagination will surprise your trembling heart.
I grew up Primitive Baptist, so we sang in church. We used the shape notes, the same things, the same songs as Sacred Harp Singings. Of course, the Sacred Harp Singing is not really belongs to any denomination. Other denominations do sing. We may go to sing in a Primitive Baptist church one Sunday, the next time it may be at a Methodist church, and so it doesn't belong to one particular denomination. Singing schools, a lot of times they would last for a week. The instructor would go more over the rudiments and teach the rudiments of music as well as the shapes, and the class would learn songs. Years ago they would last maybe 2 or 3 weeks, but this day and time they pretty much a week where they do take place. The Primitive Baptists have singing schools. The Church of Christ have singing schools, and there's also a Sacred Harp oriented singing school or a Christian Harmony oriented singing school that's held once a year, both those each.
Tell us how this type of singing makes you feel.
As I once heard it put, Sacred Harp is not a religious service, but it can be a religious it can be a religious experience for the individual. It's kind of hard to say. The spirit can be so strong, and you get built up through one of these all day singings or a 2-day singing. It's very overwhelming.
Well, if you ever wanted to get up close and personal with colorful birds, the Little Rock Zoo is a place to do it. Lorikeets, a rainbow color of adventure here.
Well, rainbow lorikeets are a species that you'll find in Australia and New Zealand, and they're a very beautiful species of bird. They have colorful markings all over. That's why they're called rainbow lorikeets. And this is a fun exhibit we have at Little Rock Zoo because it's one of the few exhibits where you get to actually interact with the birds. And for only $1, you can get a little thing of nectar, and the birds will come down on your hand, and actually you can feed the birds. Now that is to say too, the birds do like to kind of pop all over your head, sometimes your shoulders, so we do tell people ahead of time if you don't like birds, this may not be the exhibit for you, but if you are looking for an experience where you get to actually interact with the birds and then maybe feed the birds, this is definitely something you should check out.
And I guess they love Arkansas summers here. This weather is perfect for them.
That's right. The rainbow lorikeets prefer the heat, so this is a great environment for them in the summer here in Arkansas. The exhibit is actually not open during the winter time because it's too cold for them.
The other unique up-close and personal experience at the zoo is at Penguin Point. We're talking in-your-face National Geographic type action.
Well, we're really proud of the new Laura P. Nichols Penguin Point exhibit. That exhibit is one of the best in the country because it features both above water and underwater viewing of the penguins. And that's something that really makes the Little Rock Zoo unique from other zoos around the area, is that you can see the penguins swimming underwater, and they are spectacular underwater. Watching them torpedo back and forth in the water is something that kids especially love. And the penguins are also friendly sometimes. They'll come up to the glass and want to see what us humans are doing and what we're looking at, so they're very curious, and it's fun to stand in front of that area of the exhibit and watch them as they run around in the water.
Now, obviously, they are not cold weather penguins.
They're not. An interesting fact about our penguin exhibit is that the penguins are actually a warm-weathered bird. So as opposed to what we think of when we think of penguins as being Antarctic, these are actually birds that are found off the coast of South Africa. So they prefer a warmer climate. We do keep their pool at a very nice 66 degrees though, so it's a nice way to escape the heat in the summertime.
Now their numbers of those South African penguins since 1910, they have dwindled tremendously, and the Little Rock Zoo is playing a role in keeping their numbers up.
That's right. The African penguin, unfortunately, is now an endangered animal, and there's several reasons for that. One of them is that because they're found on the coastline of South Africa, there are a lot of oil tankers that travel that coastline, and if there's an oil spill or something that happens, that oil washes up onto the water and can kill penguins. And so there are a lot of nonprofits in South Africa that we work with. One in particular called Sandcob, and it's an organization that rescues penguins, takes the oil off of them, and then reintroduces them back onto the beach area. One way that we're helping them is that we have opportunities for guests to come and to make donations to Sandcob. Back in April, we celebrated World Penguin Day, and we had some penguin footprints available for sale, where guests could buy the footprints for $15 with all the proceeds benefiting Sandcob. So that's one way that we're trying to help in penguin conservation. But one of the greatest ways that we help in penguin conservation is by educating the public about the endangered species of the African penguin and why they're endangered, and so that maybe one day an individual can take action themselves some way. That conservation education component is a very important part of what we do at the Little Rock Zoo.
So have fun with the penguins and all the rainbow lorikeets here at the Little Rock Zoo. And for more on this destination, plus many of our others, or to order a copy of an episode, visit our brand new website at aetn.org under Exploring Arkansas. And we'll see you again the next time for another exciting adventure on Exploring Arkansas.
Wait, was that on TV?
No.